Hey everyone, I'm going to read a couple books that we would have missed, that we would have read, and that you might have missed if we were in the classroom. This one, a couple Z books, and then I have a Y one that we would have read, and a W, all that talk about you and how to be the best person you can be. This book is called Zero by Kathryn Otoshi. And it's a number book for all those number people, mathematicians. Sorry. Zero was a big, round number. When she looked at herself, she saw a hole right in the center. Every day she watched the other numbers line up. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She wanted to count 2. She wanted to be a part of the count. But how could a number worth nothing become something? Zero felt very empty inside. She watched number 1 having fun with all the other numbers. Can you see how sometimes we might feel like number 0? 1 was solid and strong with bold strokes and squared corners. 0 was big and round with no corners at all. If I were like 1, then I could count 2, she thought. I want to be able to count. So she pushed and she pulled. She stretched and she straightened. She forced and flattened, and finally, trying to be different than herself, right? She's trying to be like others. Finally, she was still 0. She sighed. Becoming like 1 was just too much of a stretch. 8 and 9 rolled into the scene. If you double yourself up, you'd be like me, said number 8. So 0 twisted and turned to try to be like number 8. Or you could be a 9 with a long line, said 9. So 0 pinched and puckered to try to be like number 9. Sometimes we try to be like others. And I think we're meant to be ourselves. But 0 could only be 0. We're on our way to join the others. Come count with us, they said. 0 felt deflated. 8 and 9 were numbers with value. Of course they'd count. How could they know how she felt? Zero had a new thought. If she could impress the numbers, they'd give her a value. She'd heap, she'd soar, she'd sizzle, she'd shine, she'd make a grand entrance and floor them all. 0 began to roll faster and faster and faster and faster. She leaped, flying, soaring, and rocketing. Right into 1. Uh-oh. Who knocked 2. Who fell into 3 and 4. Who toppled 5 and 6. Who crashed into 7 and 8. Where they all ended up in a big pile on top of number 9. All the numbers were bent out of shape. In other words, they were pretty mad that number 0 knocked them over. It's no use trying, sobbed 0. I'll never have value. I'll never be part of the count. It's what's inside, right inside, that counts most, pointed out number 7. 0 looked at herself. But what if I don't have anything inside? Every number has a value, said number 7. Be open. You'll find a way. So 0's thinking, be open. I can do it. I can find a way. Suddenly, 0 saw herself in a new way, in a new light. I'm not empty inside. I'm open. Open instead of empty. 0 rolled up to the numbers. I thought of a way for us to count even more, she said. Count more, said number 4. Count us in, said 7. Lead the way, said number 1. Do you know what she's going to do? Everyone counts, the numbers shouted. 0 jumped in. Then she leaped up high and said, here's something new we can try. We can help each other soar. We can count even more. Let's count again, starting with, comes after 9, starting with 10. 10. I'm part of 10 and 20 and what's next? 100, 1,000 with 3 zeros. 10,000 has 4 zeros. 100,000. See the 100 and 3 zeros makes 1,000. 100,000 and even 1,000,000. We do count more, they cheered. 0 and the numbers explored and had fun, bringing more value to every one. So 0 helps all the other numbers have more value. And this time, when she looked at herself, she felt whole. Right in her center, she felt whole. We all bring value to each other. If we share, if we connect, if we get along, we can help each other feel whole and full rather than empty inside. 0, more than you think.